How y'all doing? My video is going to be about props to LeBron James for saying that uh, Colin Kaepernick deserves an apology from Roger Goodell. He does. I had to sit there and watch old whack screaming A. Stephen A. Smith sit there and say that no, he don't. And Max Kellerman was making sense. I'm watching these shows. I'm like, which one's the black one? Which one's the white dude? I'm like, what happened to the brother representing? And a lot of these brothers on TV done sold Cap out. Be Screaming A. Smith or Marcellus Wilder, they sold him out. A lot of them sold him out. They don't want the truth to come out. It's a shame, but it's also a reflection why black folk don't get along where they should, where we should. Because when you don't support one another, especially on matters that should matter, you air it out in public like that, and it's embarrassing. There is nobody black that's in the public eye that should ever question Colin Kaepernick. If you do, you're wearing some tap dancing shoes. Even though you can't naturally tap, you tap it. It don't make no sense. Roger Goodell, with his racist, beady eyes, couldn't even bring himself to say Colin Kaepernick's name after he started saying people should take a knee following George Floyd's death. And it's a shame it took that to make them have to come back. But the truth always comes back to the light. So, yeah, he's owed an apology. Because I know Roger Goodell dances valet for them racist owners. And that whole treason and that whole thing that Trump was part of, that whole collusion, they conspired. And Roger Goodell should lose his job behind that alone. He not only owes Colin Kaepernick an apology, he should step down as commissioner. Yeah, I said it. Because his racist behind made it all this and that. And now here he is talking about he'll take a knee and he understands. He know he ain't. No, he ain't. He's a fake white boy. Piece of trash. He should be fired from being some commissioner. They should have somebody black who has some morality who could actually do the job. Maybe a Colin Kaepernick should be the NFL commissioner. You need some people that make some real changes. And anybody can be a yes man for a bunch of redneck, racist, Jim Crow, plantation, probably Confederate flag party and Klansmen. I said about the NFL owners, I don't care. Because they haven't proven me wrong. I ain't seen none of them part their mouth based on the needs coming that are going to be taking place. I ain't seen them say nothing. They ain't going to say nothing because as long as you're a good boy and you run and pat you on your head, you're a good boy, score them touchdowns, you're a good boy, good defense. They ain't not going to bring to the fact about the hiring policies of black general managers or bringing in African Americans as owners. And yes, they can bring them in. Real ownership. See, I'm not trying to hear lip service. That's what has been going on in the Negroes Forget Leadership League for how long? So, yeah, Roger Goodell owes Colin Kaepernick an apology. LeBron James was 100% right. Just like the NBA owes my dude Raouf an apology and Craig Hodges an apology for running them out the league because the NBA did that to them brothers in different occasions. Manu Raouf, because he refused to stand for the anthem in the NBA in the mid-90s when he played for the Denver Nuggets, the former Chris Jackson, and then Craig Hodges, who gave George Bush Sr. a letter about what was going on in the black community, and he never got a job again playing in the NBA. Phil Jackson did look out for him and brought him to the Lakers, and he got a couple rings as assistant coach, as a shooting coach, and one of the best three-pointers ever. Pure shooters. But the point is, ain't nobody clean in these situations. But I applaud what LeBron said here. Colin Kaepernick deserves an apology from Roger Goodell and all the NFL owners and football broadcast networks and all of that. All of them. You see. And maybe if you had to listen to peaceful protest 4 years ago, maybe now you'd have been cool with it. Maybe you don't have to worry about your racist statues coming down and other things. But now you open a Pandora's box and now everybody's coming after you to want it all taken down. Should have gone ahead and let Colin Kaepernick been cool with it. But you see now what you done did. But yeah, he's owed an apology. He's owed money. He's owed a job. He should have, dare I say, black privilege, which is foreign in America because they're too racist to understand it. But he should have some privilege to have access after the fact that they whiteballed him and stole his career. And he's still better than half the quarterbacks in the league right now. So LeBron James was 100% correct on this one. That's my thoughts and takes about LeBron James saying that Roger Goodell should apologize to Colin Kaepernick. And I say yes, all the way. And then these sellout, jive, turkey, tap dancing, coonery, buffooneries that out here that have a problem with that, y'all come see me. But y'all need to look in the mirror because you ain't been watching what's going on. You ain't watching what's going on. Hit that like and subscribe when the bell rings in the video. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And there's days of reckoning is coming.